Hello, everybody. I'm sure you all thought that I dropped off the end of the earth, and fortunately, not so. I thought about it. I went away for a week and it was really good, and I thought, I could stay here. But it's very good to be back, and I hope that you all had a great week last week. I am back with the Ascended Masters and Keepers of the Light Oracle decks for the reading for the week ahead. Let's see what they can bring up for us. I just felt called to use these two today for some reason. So we're going to see what pops up. I'm just going to ask what I usually ask, which I think is always the best, and that's what's most important for us to know this week. Is there anything prominent that stands out, anything that our attention needs to be drawn to, that we need to be aware of or cognizant of in our daily lives? So let's see what pops up here. I'm just going to give them a quick shuffle. Okay. For some of you, I know you also do your own readings, or you have your own oracle decks at home. So the first one is Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. That's the one on the left-hand side here. And then on the right-hand side, I've got Ascended Masters by Doreen Virtue. Okay. Let's see what comes up. So I'm going to ask first from Keepers of the Light. Let's put it there for you. What is most important for us to know this week, please? If we can have maybe 3 cards one at a time. I think we're going to get 2. Oh no, there we go. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Javal Cool. Dharma unfolding. It says, remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. This is something quite interesting that I've been thinking about, and I've mentioned to my clients in the past few days, to remember that no matter what's happening in your life, no matter what path you're on, you also have your own spiritual path that you're on. And we do find that our paths cross other people's paths and they intertwine at certain times of our lives. But we need to remember that we still have our own journey. Your spirit is still here for a reason. You still have certain things to accomplish. And like I always say, I don't believe that we just have one purpose. I feel like we can be purposeful in many different ways, in many different levels at different times of our lives. And we need to make sure that we are always in alignment with that truth, with that thing that we feel we are compelled to do at that point in time. If you're compelled to start an art project or help a charity or be with this particular person, whatever the case is, that's your path. And you need to make sure that you're always being true to that and you're not living somebody else's, or you're not living at the mercy of somebody else's and doing what they want to do and helping them on their path if they're not helping you on your path. That's something very important to remember, because we kind of find ourselves sometimes being lost in other people or getting so diverted on somebody else's path that we really veer away from our own. So that's a very good reminder, and it's something that's been coming to me quite a lot in the past couple of weeks. Okay, let's see what else. What else do we need to know? Please, one card at a time. Mercury, open communication. All right, so maybe you find yourself in a situation like this, or you have a particular situation that you're dealing with at the moment, and this is saying embrace this open communication. Mercury is the god of communication, the planet of communication. In this case, it would also be Archangel Gabriel, that is the angel of communication. It's saying here, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. If you're being true to yourself, if you're being honest about something, if it's heartfelt, if you're expressing something out of concern, if it's coming from a good place with integrity, it will always be the right thing to say, and it will always be the right thing to do. Okay, so if there's something you have to say here, even if it is, I need to honor my own path, I need to go a different way now, whatever the case is, it's saying as long as you do it with love and you speak your truth, that is what's going to set you on in the right direction. Okay, I will read from the book for you with those three, or these three, as soon as I get the last one. May I have one more, please? Joan of Arc. It's a beautiful picture. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. There we have it. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Okay, that I'm not making that up, guys. Let me zoom in for you a little bit. Let's focus. Okay. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Voice of truth. Okay, this is exactly what's being reiterated here. So it's so important. Let's quickly see what the book says. Keepers of the Light. I hope I pronounced that right. Javal Cool. If I haven't, you're welcome to comment and tell me how to do it properly. I'm never averse to some constructive criticism. Okay, so it says here, Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Okay, here we go. It tells me Dwal Kul. It literally says how to pronounce it. Known as the Tibetan, is a Tibetan Buddhist master. He's said to have had many incarnations, including as a devotee of Buddha himself and as one of the three wise men who honored the baby Jesus. Through his earthly experiences, he's learned the importance of spiritual practice and discipline and knows that the path we are on unfolds over time. He's now helping lightworkers follow the Dharma, which is the Sanskrit word meaning the right way of living. When this appears in a reading, he reminds you that your path is unfolding as it should. Take one step at a time and remember that your only spiritual function is to be happy. You are a powerful person with many lessons under your belt and a real capacity to share your wisdom with the world. Take the time to go over what you have learned recently. Recognize the strengths it has brought you and the knowledge where you've been courageous. This is now working with your angel guides to help your journey unfold like a beautiful lotus flower, one petal at a time. So don't overwhelm yourself, is what it's saying as well. Take things one step at a time. You don't have to know all the details and all the outcomes and know everything in advance to believe that it's going to work out for you, okay, or to know. Let's see what Mercury says here for us. Open all levels of communication now. Important messages, information, and insights are being shared. You may hear from an old friend or family member or have an opportunity to finally understand a loved one you've not had an easy time with. You may be able to clarify situations where you feel you weren't heard properly or were misunderstood. Get things off your chest in a loving way so that you can clear all the roads to love in your life. Listen to. Communication is a two-way street. Mercury is here not to allow you to hear. Don't know what I'm reading here. Mercury is here now to allow you to hear clearly and be heard. Sorry about that. That was not my best work. Maybe we can improve when we're reading Joan of Arc. Here we go. You are being encouraged to stand strong. You may feel unrecognized and misunderstood, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on the mission you feel called to fulfill. You must follow the will of your soul and exercise your leadership spirit by speaking your truth. You may feel as if you're on a battlefield, but this conflict will come to an end as soon as you stop defending yourself. You're not here to prove yourself to others. Instead, approve of yourself. Know that your angels are on your side and that heaven is thanking you for being the honest soul that you are. Okay, those three cards couldn't have been more perfectly working together. All right, let's see what Ascended Masters has to tell us today. I'm going to ask also for 3 cards one at a time, please. What do we need to know most importantly right now? There it is. Almoria. Oh, no, I'm picking from the other deck still. That's very interesting. I was obviously meant to do that. Okay, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Okay, I'm never going to argue with that. That I just supposedly accidentally picked another card. It was obviously meant to happen, and it says, spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. Almoria is here with the legion of angels to help you understand where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach you from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you there is a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Ask for the angels to surround you in their light, and this will keep you safe on all levels. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to your universal life force. Okay. Quite interestingly speaks to the same situation. Let's see what Ascended Masters want to tell us. Let's do that if we can. Yep. Okay. You guys can still see nicely. All right. What do we need to know from Ascended Masters today? One card at a time, please. Come out of the closet. We've had this one before, quite recently. Amaterasu. I spoke to you guys about her. She used to be the embodiment of light and joy, and she had a run-in with her brother who did a lot of terrible things. According to some of the stories, he killed all of her horses, he burnt her fields with all her silkworms in, all the things that gave her joy, and she hid away in a cave until her sister eventually coerced her and laughed and acted silly outside the cave to try and get her to poke her head out. And when she did, she held a mirror up to show her her own light, to reflect it back at her, to remind her. Okay, so it's saying don't hide away your gifts, don't hide away your light. Let it shine. Speak your truth. Stand in your power. So that's very important this week. Honor yourself in whatever way you need to do that. What else do we need to know, please? They're making me work because I took a week off, you see. Okay, let me just get that other one that decided to jump away. Listen. Okay, that was mentioned here with Joan of Arc, I think. Oh no, with Mercury. It was said, be willing to speak your truth, but also be willing to listen. Open the communication. Okay, this is something that we sometimes battle to do. We're very eager to say what we need to say. And I'm not talking for all of us. Some of us really are dumbed down and feel like we can't speak up. We can't speak our truth. We don't have a voice. But other times we want to be heard, but we're not willing to let other people be heard. And that's really not the greatest thing we can do. Okay, so that's very important. Oh, Toth. Right. Okay, I feel like this is really a good emotional outlet for a lot of people. Is writing, journaling. Maybe you even want to write something that could be an article that you put out, something to this effect. But even if it's just for yourself, okay, this is saying write. Maybe you need to just write down ideas when they come to you. Maybe you need to write down a dream when you wake up in the morning. But this is all about communication. Can you guys see this? It's about honoring yourself and speaking, listening, communicating, speaking your truth, unfoldment, and writing is a form of communication as well. Let's see what these ones say. Let me find the book. Okay, Amaterasu we've done before, so I'm not going to focus on her too much. And then I'm going to read the listen card for you quickly. You can hear your divine guidance best by quietening yourself and listening. Shut out noisy stimulation like telephones and television and relax in a quiet place. Don't try to make anything happen. Just listen to your own thoughts, your breath, and the rhythm of your heart. Then mentally ask questions of your guides and angels. Listen to the loving truth that they speak in your heart, body, and mind. Listen to your own inner truths. Trust your intuition and take action accordingly. Additional meanings for this card. Have a quiet retreat. Your guides and angels are talking to you, but are you listening? Less talking and more listening is called for right now. Admit your true feelings to yourself. Listen to what messages any aches or pains are trying to tell you. The body always talks to those who listen. Okay, and then let's read about write. Toth. You drew this card as a concrete reminder to write. You've been receiving lots of signs and feelings to write lately, so let the card be the message that leads you to take action. Get out a pad of paper or your laptop computer and begin writing. Don't worry about punctuation, grammar, or spelling, as you take care of those details. You can take care of those details later. For now, just express your thoughts and feelings as they flow into your mind and body. Additional meanings could be: keep a daily journal of your feelings and experiences. Write down your intentions, goals, and desires for manifestation, guys. Channel messages from your guides and angels. Your life's purpose involves writing, perhaps. Maybe you should write an article or a book. Okay, I hope that helps you guys. I hope that's exactly what you needed to hear. It's maybe give you some inspiration to do something for yourself. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. Take care. Chat again soon.